Hey, what's happening, everybody? So here I sit at the table of contents with a very small amount of contents on the table. And I am going to show you what that is. I think I gave you a brief description and shown you a brief teaser, I guess you'd say, of the Profishiency Pocket Combo. This, I've seen some videos. Don't get me wrong, I got on YouTube and I looked up a few things on this thing just to see if people were catching fish with it. Yes, people are catching fish with it. What kind of fish should you catch with it? I guess whatever it can hook. This is a $19 combo that I thought looked pretty okay. I was very surprised at the lack of cheap that this little guy was holding. Now, it's 3-pound line, and that's not much. So what can you catch on it? I think we all know. It is really designed more for somebody who wants something in the car that they just want to go down to the river, the lake, the whatever, put a bobber on it, a little jig, maybe some worm or something, and catch some bluegills and have some fun with this thing. What can it handle? That is the question. Can it actually handle bigger fish? Well, maybe today is the day we find out what it can actually do. Temperatures are warming up outside. It is crappie time, and if you remember the last video or so that I did, got down to the lake and we caught some pretty big crappie. I mean crappie that was putting a hurting on 6-pound line and a normal size rod, okay? And a couple of Chinese Johnson reels. Now, just for the record, this is made in China as well. Maybe it'll do as well. Maybe it will totally explode, the drag won't do anything, and we'll have to get a stick and wrap the line around it to get the fish in, if we even hook into anything. But I really, really want to try this thing. If it works out down at the lake and we catch a couple of fish, I think it would be nice to take to the campground and put a bobber on it and do some bluegill fishing. Hey, let's take this thing apart and get it rigged up. It shows you several different ways to rig it up. We got cables that you push through the tube and pull the line through and all that. But I think we can handle it. So let's get down to the table here. Let's get this thing taken apart. And let's see if we can't go up to the lake and catch a fish or 7 with this thing. There we go. We're on the table. All right, I need some snipping device. I need a snipping device. Where can I snip? I just need something if I can. Wire ties off of here. So let's just take a look here real quick at what we're reading. We got a 2.55 to 1 gear ratio, which means it'll be like next Tuesday before we get anything in. And it's good for the plane, the truck, camping, hiking, boating. Strong 3-pound line, it says. I would almost want to change that and put some of my 2-pound trout magnet on there. I think that would be better, but we'll go with what's on it for right now. 20-inch telescopic, retracts to 14.5 inches for easy storage. Then it has these little cables and things that you pass through the tube and all that stuff. We'll see how that goes here. Let's first, okay, well it does release the line. That's a plus. And man, let's just see here. Oh my God. Okay, supposedly that is 3-pound line that comes on it. Here is my 2-pound trout magnet. Let's see how that does. Yeah. Okay, it does break, but it definitely doesn't break as easy as what's on it. Alright, so I've got the line off of it now. Inside this little compartment right here are these little, there's 3 of these. They're little weights. Okay? And these little weights have a hole at the end of them, and that is, you can tie the line to it and you can pass it through the tube here and drop the line down. Now technically you're supposed to go this way out, but since I'm changing the line, putting new line on, I'm going this way in, and we're going to get the line tied on and get this thing with some better line on it. And you see it pops out the other side here. You just drop it down through the head of it and it pops out the other side. Does it like that. We'll put our weight back in just a moment, but then we got to put it through our cap. All right, I'm going to put some line on here and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, it looks to be that there's hardly any grease whatsoever inside this mechanism. And I'm going to tell you the gears seem to mesh mesh like concrete and jackhammer. And try our best to give this thing as much as it can take. This ought to be fun. It ought to be fun, but I'm having a strange suspicion it's not going to be. It's far enough. You ain't gonna believe this. First cast. First cast. The fish is almost as big as the rod. First cast. And it got it in. And it wasn't that hard. I don't even know what to say. Well, it's legit. It catches fish. Well, it caught a fish anyway. It doesn't. It casts pretty far. Oh, I think we got a hit. We did. Second cast. Admit it, this rod and reel makes this thing look like he's about an 11 pounder, doesn't it? Let's try again, shall we? Oh, this is just incredible. I don't even know what to say. There's nothing I can say that's as funny as this. There's nothing. Nothing. I can't reel as fast as they swim. Profishiency. The actual problem, more than anything, legitimately, is the speed that you reel. Because, I mean, I can't even pull this little jig fast enough to keep it off the bottom. The only thing that I would really suggest is they come up with some kind of lanyard to go around your wrist to hook to here, because I can't tell you, in the last few casts I've almost flung it in the water because you can't hold on to it. He got hung up under something, but I got him out. This is just unnatural.
You really don't know where it's going when you cast it. You just cross your fingers. And here's how fast you have to reel if you want to keep the jig off the bottom. Oh, we had a hit right there. Had a hit and I missed it. There we go. That was a great cast there. That was as far as some of the big ones that I've been using, regular size rods. Oh, dang it. Something run at it right there. There it is. There he is. He came back and ran at it again. He's darting. He's zipping. He's going everywhere. He is the bass. Look at that. I mean, if you're holding it right, if my hands were smaller, it would look like we caught jaws and had him hung on the pier. If I could just reel faster. I don't know that I'd want to reel faster when you're dealing with 2-pound line though, but I mean, but is it doing it? I mean, it is actually doing it. I mean, look at that. It is more, it's 3/4 of the rod and reel itself. 2-pound line, and that is a pretty hefty fish right there, putting on some pretty decent pressure. But I mean, I changed the line, and I think if I hadn't changed the line, we wouldn't be catching these fish. I think it'd be snapping off almost every other cast. So we'll talk about that in just a minute, but let's get this guy back in the water and let's show you this one more time. Proficiency, that's what it says, Proficiency. Crazy, man, absolutely insane. $19. See you later, dude. Go on. So, what can I say? It's actually not bad. It's a little sloppy internally, but it does work. I put some grease in it and it helped a little bit. And I definitely changed the line because my 2-pound trout magnet SOS was stronger than this 3-pound whatever that was in it. So, no breaks, no problems, no issues. It fished and it caught fish. Just a terrible gear ratio. When you're trying to just get that little paddle tail right there to keep paddling, you got to really put something into it to get it done. So all in all, does it work? Yeah, it does. It does work. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it now. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed that. That was fun for me. I don't know if it was much fun for you to watch as it was for me to do it, but thank you guys for watching. I very much appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Whatever the next one may be. I just want to go cast this thing again just for fun.